also request Dr. Sciences, Nepal, West University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka, and Dr. S. Manivardan, Dreams. A very good morning, everybody. India, indeed a horticultural paradise, with apples of Kashmir to Alfonso mangoes of Ratnagiri, Nasik grapes, Nagpur oranges, Darjeeling tea, Malabar coffee, Madurai malli, cool cardamom, and whatnot. At this Thank you, madams. Thank you, everybody, sirs. We now request the Dean Horticultural College Assessor First, Organizing Chairman ICFH 2024,
and privilege to stand before you at the International Conference on Futuristic Horticulture 2024, organized by Horticulture College and Research Institute of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, in association with the Society for Promotion of Horticulture Science and Technology of Horticulture Research, which is increasingly recognized as a sunrise sector owing to its potential to raise farm income and livelihood security. We have gathered here to not just address the current landscape of horticultural science, but to envision the future advancements that will revolutionize this vital sector. The theme Futuristic Horticulture reflects the evolving and dynamic nature of the field. The conference will delve into key areas under 8 themes, that is breeding technologies and biotechnological tools, soil health management, precision horticultural technology, dryland horticulture, mechanization and process automation, advanced packaging technology, environment friendly plant protection, new ventures for startups and entrepreneurs. These topics are the heart of ensuring food security, enhancing sustainability, and pushing the boundaries of innovation in horticulture. Tremendous growth in the recent past. The area under horticulture has expanded to 27 million hectares in recent years, with annual production exceeding 320 million metric tons. India is now the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables globally. Moreover, the export of horticultural produce from India has been steady growth. With looking ahead, innovations such as vertical farming and hydroponics are set to play a significant role in shaping the future of horticulture. These methods can increase yield per unit area by up to 30 to 40% compared to traditional farming, while also reducing water consumption, are expected to contribute to enhanced food security in the face of global climate change. Horticulture is the lifeline of sustainable food system, economic development, and global nutritional security. The automated irrigation system is forecasted to reach 14 billion USD by 2026. This shows that integration of technology in horticulture is no longer a future aspiration but a present-day reality, offering tremendous potential for improved both productivity and sustainability. On this special day, we are privileged to have experts from esteemed university and research institutes from around the world, including participation from Israel, Bangladesh, Thailand, and Malaysia. Their insights will help us to broaden our understanding of horticulture in a global context. The conference also features keynote addresses by renowned speakers and presentations from scientists and researchers whose groundbreaking work continues to push the frontier of horticulture science. At this juncture, I feel extremely happy in extending warm welcome to our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi ma'am, the renowned climatologist for distinguished leadership and stellar guidance and instrumental in organizing today's function. Welcome you, ma'am. Telangana Horticulture University, Telangana, the chief guest of today's year, a noteworthy agrometeorologist who has made research accomplishment in crop simulation modeling, drought monitoring, impact assessment and weather-based agro advisories. The guest of honor of this conference 2024. He is instrumental in developing 7 chrysanthemum varieties, 6 rose varieties, besides unique fragrant anthurium with certificate IAHR. He had developed dustless methodology for rose and chrysanthemum. Then we really acknowledge the kind gesture of Mr. or Honored Chief General Manager NABARD, Chennai, for the proactive efforts in reaching and unreached. Welcome you, sir. I extend my hearty welcome to Mr. Research. The Dean AEC and TNAU, who were more than ready to lend their support for the successful conduct of the event. I welcome all the university officers of TNAU, participants who have conversed with great enthusiasm, staff and students of TNAU, sponsors, media and press, illuminating this event. We are confident that over the next 2 days, the discussions and deliberations will pave the way for the next era of horticulture and innovation. Let us use this platform to engage, exchange and empower each other as we collaboratively work towards a more sustainable and productive future for horticulture. Thank you, Aneta.
Raji Reddy sir, Dr. K.V. Prasad ji, all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. I am pleased to stand before you all today. I have a little more time and I can register the points which may not be a repeat. Well, Indian horticulture has travelled a very long distance. It's really a long distance. From ancient times, where there were royal gardens established by the Mughals and dynasties, and then the colonial era, which brought us new crops to India. The Britishers brought in tea, coffee, established in Assam and Nilgiris, and then we saw the post-independence era, where some of the premier institutions like IRI was established, followed by after the 1980, where the liberalization and globalization took place, and a number of horticultural programs have started in a mission mode, like National Horticulture Mission, the RKBY scheme, have all brought horticulture to a great distance. And we have all crossed miles to reach this position. And India today, Madam said that India is the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables, and horticulture contributes to 30% of the GDP with an export value of 74 billion. So that's the order of journey which Indian horticulture has travelled, and of course still miles to go. But when we progress in the horticulture development, horticulture technology, there are 2 important things, which I would like to place before the scientific community and the researching, that there are serious concerns also. The first one is that the horticulture crops, the fruits particularly, there are some reports, study reports, and probably the FAO reports, says that the nutritional content of horticulture crops are reducing. That is one report which I saw, and just last week when I was discussing with some institute, one scientist told me that 1 apple in 1920 is equal to 20 apple in 2020. That means he is saying the order of depletion of nutritional content in the fruits. So probably that may be an exaggeration. Then I went into some records to just see some records where it's really true. Because we say one apple a day keeps the doctor away. But if that's the case, we have to eat 20 apples today. But is it possible? It is not possible. So to check that validity, I went into some documents. But if it is not that much deterioration in the nutritional content, but there is significant reduction in the nutritional content, like for example, vitamin C in apple in 1920 was 10.3 milligram, today it was 4.5. And the potassium is 154 that time, and today it is just less than 100. Magnesium, it was 4.7 milligrams, today it was 2.4 milligrams. That means, yes, in this last 100 years, the nutrition content of the fruits and vegetables have gone reducing. But when we see this, why it has gone so? That means we came to know that the depletion of organic content in the soil, nutrition content, or in general the fertility of the soil, in Indian soil, has gone very, very bad. And it is already in the verge of desertification. But our production remains the same. Production is not coming down. Production is stagnant. Which means that probably we are getting crops, but not to that extent of nutrition which existed in the 1920s. So this is a concern. Probably the scientific community has to look at it, how to sustain this organic content and sustain the nutritional content in the horticulture crops and fruits. So another study which also says that the breeding for higher yield and longer life, shelf life, also decreases the nutritional content. So these are the two major content, but we are moving towards the technology and breeding technologies, and of course there is ultra high density plantations, which these technologies also is bringing the nutritional content in the fruits and vegetables. So this is a point of concern. This matter, some maybe in exaggeration, but this is a concern. So the initial point is that we have to see how we can retrieve back the nutritional content, fertility of the soil, and second, how these technologies like breeding technologies, ultra high density plantations will not disturb the nutritional content of the fruits and vegetables. That is one concern which I wanted to register here and put forward to the scientific community to just look into it and look at ways which are sustainable on a longer term. That is one. NABARD is looking at horticulture not only as the value of export, but we are looking at livelihood opportunities for the small and marginal farmers. So we have almost touched around 35 lakh hectares across through horticulture crops. That is through watershed development programs. We have already touched 27 lakh hectares where horticulture is the important component, and of course tribal development. Through tribal development we have touched around 6 lakh hectares. Purely 100% is for horticulture crops. So as NABARD as an institution, we are looking at horticulture as a livelihood enhancement program for the small and marginal farmers, and of course we are seeing it as a livelihood and social security. And then all the other things which I said in the earlier has to be taken into account, and the scientific community, my request is that the technology should be sustainable and without altering the genetics and the natural genetics of the fruits and vegetables. We here because when NABARD is doing horticulture as a livelihood and a food security, nutrition security for the small marginal farmers, we would like to be and we would like to associate with the scientific community in whatever technology which can be sustainable for the small and marginal farmers. And the second thing is that all of us know that 52% of the cultivable land in India is rain-fed. So we are looking at dryland horticulture as a very important aspects to be seen in the future. So the area where there is lesser rainfall, drylands are there, rainfall lands are there, fallow lands are there. So we are looking at the higher prospects for the horticulture to grow in that area, because the drylands and the rainfed lands are mostly small and marginal farmers' land, and when we see that, we have to develop dryland horticulture. So this is the area, in areas where NABARD would be interested to partner with the scientific community, and not only in piloting but any technologies which can be sustainable and which will be very helpful to the small and marginal farmers and for the right food community. So that's from our side, and in this direction, I hope this kind of workshops, this kind of event will see a lot of prospective technologies, futuristic technologies in horticulture, and give way to the progression in India. So at this point of time, I really thank, appreciate the Dean Horticulture team led by respected Vice Chancellor for organizing this event, and I hope with this community participation, this scientific community participation, there will a strategy will emerge to deal with Indian horticulture in future, and the position which we aspire as the first largest producer of horticulture. And this will take a way forward, and this will be an important, I think, milestone towards seeing India as a $5 trillion economy in future, and Tamil Nadu becoming a $1 trillion economy. And I think horticulture technologies and export will play an important role in achieving both the milestones. So my greetings and wishes that today's event will be a great success, and the strategies coming out of it, and NABARD will be happy to part with that. So thank you very much, all of you, and have a great day, and wishes to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the good wishes. May we now request Nepal with the shawl and memento. Chandran, Professor of Agronomy, Faculty of Agriculture, University. May we now request Madam, School of Life Sciences, Central University of Tamil Nadu, National Engineering College and Research Institute, TNAU. Thank you.
Horticulture and other dignitaries on after dais. I'm really very honored to be here and happy to be here, because this field in among the agriculture, because it addresses many of us, lot of more work from us, because we are all focused as a country, as PM, and every government is focused on the farmers' welfare, and as an agrarian community we are also working for that. So horticulture is the area where we need more ideas, more effort, where we can make sure the farmers can earn more profits per acre. And second is people. Post-COVID, every one of us, we are very, aware and acknowledge that the nutrition is very, very, very important. And this nutrition can be given only by this horticulture. And if you know that WTO says 400 grams per day per person of horticulture, fruits and vegetables need to be consumed. But whereas in India, it is around abasement 170, and we have so much to catch up, and then we also have the population going up day by day, and then which increases the requirement and demand for this agriculture. I think our Niti Aayog has projected by 2035 we need around 900 million tons of horticultural produce to address the kind of, the need of population and need the nutrition. So here, what is important, and the nutrition is value, it's not the quantity. I think Anand, DGM of NABARD was talking about how the quality of the apple has gone down. 1 is equal to 20. So the value of, though the quantities we are increasing, are we increasing the quality? And the value comes from the nutrition. and probably going forward we might have to value every product based on nutrition. So all of us has to work for how do we harvest more nutrition per acre. Not the kind of quantities, not the kind of, are we working on nutrition per acre? That is one area I think as a group, as every person who is interested in this horticulture should start working on. And then as a country, yes, this export potential, we are the second largest horticulture producers in the world, but our exports are hardly 1.5% of the world. So that, and we can become a nutrition suppliers of the world. That is the potential we have. So definitely, as a country also, we have a great potential as an importance which is attached to the agriculture. So, and as a sustainability, of course, as Madam was saying, everybody is talking about. It's like we need to come out with the better products which can reduce, which will improve the water use efficiency, nutrition use efficiency, or disease and pest resistance, which will definitely improve our sustainability index in terms of reduction in pesticide, reduction in synthetic fertilizers used, or even water requirement. And I think that dryland horticulture was also spoken about. I think water use efficiency will help in. So with this as an outset, how are we going to move forward? How is this futuristic horticulture Congress or this discussions has to work on how do we bring in new technologies which can address all these things, and definitely it cannot be one part of this entire community which can make everything happen. So definitely a collaboration has to happen, and there should be a lot of private and public and private partnership. I'm sure we are all talking about all these things. So with everything together, I hope a lot of ideas, lot of proposals, lot of projects can be brought out here, so that we all can work towards making harvesting more nutrition per acre. That's my wish, and I like to appreciate the TNAU and the Dean Horticulture for organizing such a wonderful event with a wonderful purpose. I'm sure, and I wish this particular conference will.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Chief Guest of today's international conference, part of this inaugural function of this international conference on futuristic horticulture. As my predecessors spoken about the sustainability, we at the Agricultural Engineering College and Research Institute, we closely work with the horticulture scientists in evolving technologies that is suitable for sustainability in the horticulture. Government of India projects wherein we associate closely with the horticulture scientists. One is Precision Farming Development Center, where we evolve the water management technologies to suit the horticulture crops, and that is suiting for the automation and sensor-based irrigation in the protected cultivation. And another one what we have is post-harvest engineering technology, wherein we have developed the post-harvest technologies and for better value management in the horticulture crops. In addition, we also have 2 incubation centers. One is exclusively for coconut processing and value addition, which is funded by the Prime Minister Formalization of Micro Enterprises. We also associate with the horticulture scientists, and also we have the Center for Post-Harvest Technology, wherein we group the entrepreneurs for entrepreneurship development and business management, and we closely work with them. And thank you so much to the organizing chairman, Dr. Ryan, Madam, for getting this opportunity to talk in this international conference, and I am sure that this conference will be a great success. I have gone through all the themes. It is very suitable for the futuristic and sustainable horticulture. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Good morning to each one of you. Telangana Horticultural University. Madam Geeta Lakshmi, Mr. Anand, from Nabad, Senthil Anand from ASEAN, Ravindran, Raviraj, Madam Hari, the Dean, all distinguished participants from India and abroad to share some of the thoughts from horticulture and floriculture perspective. I am indeed happy to be here at TNAU, where this very thoughtful international conference is being organized on futuristic horticulture. When we see the presentations of Madam Vice Chancellor in our ICR Vice Chancellor interactions at Delhi as well as online, we are so thrilled and see to witness a number of futuristic initiatives that you have taken in terms of research, education, outreach programs in TNAU. Compliments to you, ma'am, and all the members of TNAU. I also bring greetings from ICR Directorate of Horticulture Research to all the children here on Children's Day. I see many children here sitting in the benches. So greetings to you on Children's Day. Friends, when we were children, let me start with my childhood on Children's Day. When you buy fruits and bread. So this is what the status of horticulture about 40 years back. That means the availability of fruits and vegetables was very less. The production was not so significant. But as Mr. Anand has mentioned that much of water has flown. That time the horticulture production was 150 million tons. And the target set for the end of plan period was to double the horticulture production. It took some more time, but we achieved it. It's now, we stand about 350 million tons of fruits, vegetables, plantation, spices, floriculture crops, including honey. We surpassed the food grain production about 8-10 years back, and we continue to lead in terms of crossing that barrier of 350 million tons always. As rightly mentioned by a previous speaker, the challenge is much more because with increasing population, we need to increase this production further or double it in a shorter span of time. Ma'am, there is an interesting study by International Association for Horticultural Producers, IFPH, where they have an international vision project document they have prepared, wherein it says that as the middle class spending increases, the spending on horticulture is going to increase. Because the human instinct is to fill the bellies first. We did that from independence to now. We were targeting mostly to sustain the food grain production so that we are self-reliant and self-sufficient in terms of our food requirements. Then came the nutritional requirement. Nutritional security needs to be enforced. So as the middle class spending increases, there is a likelihood that the spending on horticulture is going to increase, and also on luxury products, so-called luxury products like floriculture. So in this, the study says that during 2020 we are nowhere in top 10. 2020 we are in top 3 at 3 billion pounds of middle class income, which is going to be spent on food, clothing and everything. By 2030 we are going to be number 1 at 10 billion euro. So these figures indicate that the spending on horticulture and related products is going to increase. The demand is going to increase. Earlier, as I mentioned, fruits were consumed only when we are sick. That is not, it means that it is not part of a regular diet. But today, we do have a bowl of fruit either in the morning breakfast or during dinner time. In more or less almost all the households. See, this particular trend of consuming of more fruits and vegetables is going to further put challenges before the scientific community to rise up to this occasion. I am sure this particular conference is going to discuss on all the aspects which are going to affect or influence this kind of production and the demand. Futuristic things are already happening in case of Indian agriculture and horticulture. When we talk of crop improvement, we are now slowly migrating from classical breeding, mutation breeding, biotechnology to genome editing. A number of traits which are being targeted include for increasing the productivity and also the nutritional qualities of fruits, vegetables and flowers. In ICR, which I represent, we have 22 institutions under Horticultural Science Division of ICR. Mine is, I am a startup in ICR system. It's a Directorate of Floriculture Research which is established in Pune in 2009 in Delhi and 14 in Pune. So we are more or less very young in terms of our inception. And similarly, we have 21 other institutions which are working on various horticultural commodities to align the research focus on the needs of future India. As I mentioned, in crop improvement, we are moving towards genome editing, and in production and management and post-harvest operations, digital tools and technologies are being thought of and the work is being initiated, whether it is sensors and then developing the decision support systems for pest management, microclimate management, irrigation management, and also many others. Smart packaging in case of post-harvest operations, and robotics for various operations, because you all know that the horticulture is very labor intensive. So many like gadgets and tools, robotics, artificial intelligence, all these are contemplated for implementation across the horticultural crops. This deliberations, I am sure, is going to throw much more required light on these aspects. I have gone through the technical program which is being to be discussed here for the today and tomorrow. Is very well thought of with experts in the field, and I am sure these deliberations will be helpful in making meaningful action-oriented points which can be implemented by various stakeholders in the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benedict sir, who relentlessly works to take our organization to great heights, the distinguished Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University and Chief Patron so far to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you very much and good morning to all of you. Especially today's chief guest, Dr. Raji Reddy sir. He is currently 10 days before inducted as Vice Chancellor for Sri Konda Lakshman Reddy Horticulture University in Telangana. And we are very proud and privileged that you are here. This is his first official function outside. So we are really proud, sir. We welcome you and we heartfully congratulate you for your achievement as Vice Chancellor, and also our best wishes for you for your entire career to bring out laurels to the university. And thank you, sir. When I just asked him, immediately he agreed to be the chief guest for this particular event, and fitting personality. I know Raji Reddy sir for almost 3.5 decades, from the inception of my career as agricultural meteorologist, and he was also leading the agriculture meteorology division in at that time it was Andhra Pradesh. So many innovative things in agricultural meteorology, including customized agro-advisory services, weather forecasting, crop simulation modeling and so on, which I did was also indicating. So we are very proud that one of our agro-meteorologists is also occupying the highest position in the national level, and our hearty congratulations again, and thanks for accepting our invitation, sir. The next one, Prasad sir, it's really wonderful to listen to you. You have indicated so many things, especially he was the person who was thoughtfully wishing all our children a great Children's Day. we are now forgetting that we are still children because of the mass media and other things. Our thoughts are really becoming very different. But our strength is that we have at any particular point of time 30,000 students under our umbrella. Tamil Nadu Agricultural University is having almost 30,000 students plus under our umbrella, and they are all very enthusiastic, and we definitely would contribute lot to agriculture and horticulture. And you know, today Tamil Nadu Agricultural University is taking an important assignment because we are just doing the digital crop monitoring survey. So my students are little dull, and you know, because they are exhausted, you know, energy is exhausted. Almost for the past 1 week they are in the field. Today immediately after the inaugural function is over, they will have to again jump into the field. But I am really thankful to each and every one of you for giving a great support when there is a requirement from the government side. We are really upholding ourselves, and we are proving the strength of our students. You know, just a few months back, and I think it was 1 or 2 months back, like we had a great crisis of this coconut root well problem, especially in the entire Pollachi region. 3 districts were completely affected, and we had requested our students, because that time government of Tamil Nadu wanted to give some support to the farming community. Farmers were really stressed in cutting down trees because they were not able to revive it back, and they wanted to contain the spread. So we had to jump into the field. All our staff members and students, I have to really appreciate all our staff members also here, because the staff members in their own car, you know, they were driving their car, taking 5 students along with them in their car, and they went into the field. We surveyed in 3 days 24,500 hectares of coconut garden. We came out with the statistics which helped the government of Tamil Nadu and Coconut Development Board to bring in some program and give some relief measure to the farming community. We are for the farmers and we are for the farming community. So our students and staff members really stood up to the occasion. Similarly, they are now they are coming out and they are doing a lot of help in crop surveying as well. Thanks to you again. And our another important chief guest, Dr. Anand sir. Like, it is really great that you are being a part of it. I know you as a big banker, but you have become a scientist today. You have been giving so much of important things. Anand sir was saying, NABARD is always our best friend, and you know, they are our well-wishers. Whatever the activity that we are taking forward, they are the financial supporters. Currently, 4 new agricultural colleges have been inducted, 1 horticulture and 3 agricultural colleges. Their support is really enormous. One program we have completely completed in Chettinadu, and the buildings have come out so well. I request Anand sir to visit once to see the growth of the institute and kind of things. Now they have also sanctioned the budget for building the infrastructure to Payur, and you know, we will be very soon. I think the dean Payur is here somewhere. So yeah, she is here. We have already started initiating the process, and we will be definitely doing a wonderful infrastructure in Payur as well, for the exclusively for the horticulture. And we are actually putting up for the other 2. And not only that, NABARD not only building in infrastructure, as he was rightly pointing it out, like they are very well designing their program to lift up the lives of the rural poor. You know, one such program is watershed development program. Other programs are bringing in livelihood enhancement to the rural poor. So we are very much pleased and thankful to the NABARD and the representative who is sitting here on the dais today, and we are very pleased to have you here as well. And Axel, you know, Senthil Nathan, such a friendly person. You know, there is one saying in Tamil, "Kelungal kodukkapadum, tattungal thirakkapadum." You know, for the benefit of the other people. If you ask, you will be given. If you tap, the door will be opening. The same way, they are doing everything. Thank you so much. I'll just tell you one thing. Like, I was just calling him, I said, one of our students, you know, they are doing so much of good things for the students, especially for the poor students. One student was really feeling, their family was so poor and they were not able to support for her studies, and she was about to leave the college. When I came to know, I just requested, Senthil, I just phoned, one student is in need of your support, will you be able to do it? Immediately, without even taking a second, madam, send me the details, I'll do it. That is what is the spirit. They help us, and they also, their family, entire family help us in bringing so much of infrastructure, so much of research facilities and so on to Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. We are very proud to associate. Axen is actually, like we know Rasi seeds very well. Rasi seeds is one of the pioneering seed industry in the agriculture crops. The similar way, Axen is taking forward all the horticulture related crops and vegetables, fruits and other things. And this is very, very important. He brought in so many things. The kind of insights he brought in. For unit area, how much nutrition we are bringing in. That's a very quality statement and good statement. Similarly, Anand sir was saying nutrition is depleting. I was just remembering one thing when my professor and guide from soil science, so he was a director for crop management as well, Dr. S.P. Palaniappan. He was just saying about the Wilcox inverse if I remember correctly, it was Wilcox nitrogen inverse theory or something. When you produce more and more, the content of N is reducing. If you just take one particular hectare of land and do all the analysis of the, if you take the biomass and see how much is the nitrogen taken from the soil. If you take cereal crop like maize, it produces larger biomass. If you take crops like pulses, it produces lower biomass. But at the end of the day, if you just see, the total amount removed from the soil will be almost similar. So in the pulse crop, the content of nitrogen and nutrition will be much more higher compared to cereal crop. I was just remembering when he was just giving those thoughts, but we cannot take those things as excuses. Definitely we have to go forward. Because of the technologies and the kind of a breeding program, we could able to increase the productivity, but we are yet to do more things on improving the nutritional quality of the producers. One thing is very sure, we are eating so much nutritional quality every day now. On those days we used to have only one vegetable curry in our plate. Now we are having 1 or 2, 3 even for everyday meal. Because our economic conditions are improving, we are able to keep so much. But one thing is, you need to definitely see whether we are taking right food, we are taking residue-free food. That is where our challenge is lying. Okay, and all the other people sitting in the second row, because there is no space in the first row, we have placed them in the second row, but they are equally important. I am very happy the representation has come from US, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and also from all the Indian partners, and I'm really, really happy. Many people are going to join online, so this is really an international conference. My compliments to Irene Vedamani for bringing so much of effort. Yesterday she was asking me, like, can I retain my students at least for inaugural function? I was little hesitant because I've got a lot of pressure from the government side as well. But still I thought of, and then I made a call to her, make them to sit in the, at least for the inaugural session, then we will see how to progress it further. So my compliments to Irene and her entire team for bringing in such a wonderful program. And unfortunately this program has coincided with the requirement from the government side. And my compliments to all the university officers who are joining hands, people who have come from outside, all the horticulture people are enthusiastically participating here. I'm really, really happy to see all of you here from all over India and also from all of our stations. So my hearty welcome. I join Irene in welcoming you all. I'm really happy to see all of you here. They've given me so much of statistics. I'm not going to talk statistics because many of the statistics have already been flagged up here, and we know that horticulture is one of the very important crop, especially the horticulture crop production is improving day by day. One thing is people are becoming aware of their health, their nutrition. India is the youngest country as of now because our average age is 29 years, but we will continue to be the youngest until 2050. Then after that we will get to grow older. But now we need to feed very nutritional food to all the people who are residing in India, so that we have nice food, residue-free food, and so on. As people are saying, lot of challenges in horticulture. Main challenge is the climate change. That I would put it as a top challenge. The climate is changing. the rainfall, especially we are having longer dry spell, and if the rains are coming, it is coming in a shorter period with the high intensity. That is really worrying factor. And this because of the changing climatic condition, temperatures are increasing. So because of that also, the apple flowering pattern is changing. People are saying one apple a day, that keeps the doctor away. Sir was saying, those days apple was like a premium fruit. People will not be able to get apple every day. But now our economic conditions are improving, the production levels are improving, the apple fruit is becoming cheaper, so we are able to take apple. But now there is the biggest challenge. The flowering pattern is changing because of the shortening of the chilling time. Not only in apple, there are so many chilling required crops that's getting affected because of the changing climatic condition. One thing people are saying, because of the changing climatic condition, temperatures are rising. If the temperature is rising, hydrological condition will get activated. If the hydrological conditions gets activated, we should get lot of rainfall in all the places. But still, the water crisis is the major crisis. Why I am saying this is, yes, the hydrological cycle is getting aggravated, but the question is where the condensation is happening, whether the condensation is happening on the landmass or on the ocean side. That is where we are actually making a bigger question. As of now, lot of condensation is happening in the ocean side only. Increase in rainfall is there, but it is falling on the ocean. Okay, so that is how it is going on. So we need to just think through that. Coming to the horticulture, the quality planting material is the greatest challenge. People are really working on it. They are definitely working on. For one good example, what I can give is making annual or seasonal crops into perennial. So we have come out with a successful model in that. In brinjal, we have made the seasonal crop into perennial brinjal by just doing the grafting technology. So that's one of the wonderful technology that has been developed from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. So such innovations should happen. Tissue culture, all those things, but it should be on an affordable cost to the farming community. That's where our efforts should be. The second important thing is the planting methodology. Like now they have come out with a lot of planting techniques. High density planting is one thing where the management of canopy, so that handling of the plant is becoming very easy. The mango trees used to be very huge. People cannot even climb and pick the mango fruits, but now they are making it short and sweet, and they are increasing the number of trees, so that the high density planting is making the people work very innovatively, and they can handle the plants very easily, harvest the fruits and so on. Easily they are getting the fruits in 3 to 4 years of time. Those are all real innovations. Another important innovation is indoor horticulture, vertical farming and tissue culture, everything. It's really important for all of us. And as I said, we have to go with residue-free farming, for which we need to depend on like integrated nutrient management, integrated pest management and so on. Lot of startups have come. The startups are working on healthy plant materials and also the healthy plant protection measures and microbes. Microbes are the wonderful element in the globe. The microbes can bring in lot of laurels to agriculture. They can make unavailable form of nutrients to available form. They can help in controlling the pest and diseases. Those kind of innovations have to be taken care of. So silos, working in silos, that should never happen. You have to always work in combining with the interdisciplinary, interinstitutional combinations are really welcome in future for the days. That will be the future of horticulture. Another important thing is, as Dr. Raviraj was saying, it is very important that we need to go with mechanization. Even our director was, horticulture director was saying about that, artificial intelligence, robotics and everything. Starting should happen only through the artificial intelligence, and robotics can be employed. Now all the other fields robotics is coming. We have to join hands with the top class engineering universities and engineering colleges, so that their expertise can be coupled with our expertise. We are the domain people, they are the people who are working on those needed kind of areas. We can join hands with them, put some kind of a joint proposals, and we can work and we can bring innovations. So one thing which I am seeing as far as horticulture crops is price fluctuation. Tomato is selling for 2 rupees a kg, it's also selling for 200 rupees a kg. So this kind of fluctuations, when the market, the flooding of produce is there, we should have a technology to project and has got a greater opportunity for export oriented. So that's actually earning lot of foreign exchange into India. So we need to work on those things as well. And the Margoli Malik, that's in the winter season, the flowers will not be there in the market, but in those season only lot of marriages used to happen and people used to pay more than 2,000, 3,000 rupees a kilo, but now they have come out with a variety. Even during the winter season, that will yield larger. So those kind of things. Similarly in mango, they have come out with off-season mango. 24 into 12 months, the mango will be available. It's one of the choice fruit where people used to love mango. So the mango will be available throughout the year. Similarly, we have to create lot of off-season things which will help the farmers in improving their economy. There are a lot of things. I think this kind of conferences will definitely help and pave way to get some insights about like what to be researched in the future. So those kind of things really it's important to derive from. I'm sure this horticulture conference will come out with a lot of recommendations for us to work for the future and to give some recommendation for the governments also to consider. Government is bringing in lot of programs for the horticulture, especially horticulture mission and all. They are bringing in lot of programs. Definitely, our inputs, the inputs that we are giving from such kind of conferences will definitely help them in putting some policy measures on that. Not only that, now you are getting connected to the global community, you are getting connected to the Indian community, the friendship and then the expertise that you are sharing, the knowledge that you are sharing, the capacity that you are going to build is important in such kind of conference. I'm really happy to be part of this conference. I thank Irene for creating such a wonderful conference and giving me an opportunity to talk few words about this, and my best wishes for a wonderful conference. And these 2 days should be very useful day for each and every one of you who are going to participate in this conference. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, madam, for the valuable insights.
Very good. Congratulations and my compliments.
Recognition of the invaluable service to the horticulture sector and farming community per se, we have awards for honoring the scientists.
K.V. Prasadji from ICR, delegates who have come from different parts of the world. My dear students, for me to be present here for the International Conference on Futuristic Horticulture. Anita Lakshmi told me that you have to come, sir, and I said that it's a very good opportunity for me to learn certain things, because being a first conference and people come from different parts of the world will come. And since yesterday, I think Dean Horticulture, she facilitated, and other university officers also, to have interaction, maybe for a short time, but very fruitful interaction. And I accepted, and really I am happy here to be the chief guest of this function. And I don't know what I have to speak, and all these people are, I think, exhausted. So I don't want to take up much of your time, but even then, now agriculture is exhausted. In the sense, the area has increased, almost reached to plateau. Production reached to almost plateau. And farmers are struggling hard to get the profits out of the agricultural crops. Now it is the time the horticulture should come to the rescue of the farmers. And also from last 15-20 days I was just going through how the horticulture is progressing in the country and also world. It is really I felt very happy to see that a lot of things are happening. And as far as the area is concerned, horizontal expansion of the horticultural crops, particularly in India, in majority of the states, compared to the horticultural crops, is very limited. So that's why I was talking to my scientists how to integrate this horticulture into the agriculture. That's the most important part. Because you cannot say he's an horticultural farmer, he's an agricultural farmer. Farmer is a farmer. He should have all three components together. So that's why the horticultural components where we had to adjust into the agricultural system. So that is the main issue now before all of us. And a lot of scope is there. And if you see the different sectors in horticulture, you have good fruit crops, vegetable crops, floriculture, medicinal and aromatic plants, and post-harvest technology is a very important sector to be played in export and as well as many of the particularly packaging and other things. So these sectors are to be they are to be integrated actually. No, this one should be in isolation. What Vidalakshmi said. I think all this put together, including agriculture and livestock, really make the farmers happy. I think probably NABARD has come out recently how the farmers' income in different parts of different states. Where you have only agriculture, almost it's around 8 to 10,000 per month. Where you have horticulture crops, somewhere it is 20,000, 25,000 kind of thing. So that means you have challenges, you have risks, and these risks are to be addressed at appropriate fora and with appropriate technologies. And also I am very happy to see that the horticultural technologies, I should not say that till yesterday I was agriculture scientist, but a lot of things are happening. Very good technologies are available in horticulture compared to even agriculture. Whether it's high-tech horticulture, even small things. I was just as a director of extension, director of research also, I used to see with the farmers just a simple intervention like trellis, simple what you call shade nets. It will add a lot of value to your crop, maybe 30-40% increase. So that is how these critical interventions for each crop, you have to identify, and there is a possibility of 40% minimum increase in the yield if you use existing technologies with minimum interventions, not to the maximum extent. And just now, our Anand was saying the quality of the apple has come down. What will happen? We are mining the nutrients like anything. We have exhausted. Nothing is there in the soil. Again, let us not land into the troubles what we are facing in agriculture. So we have to save and we have to sustain the horticultural production. And particularly there are certain crops which are more climate resilient and certain crops which are risky also. So these are also to be identified, and there are good number of challenges and equal opportunities we have, and also a lot of supporters are also there for this sector. That is the one main thing. And here, if you see the challenges, just now she was saying about climate change, and that is a very big challenge. If you, for example, if you take the example of vegetables, particularly leafy vegetables. What will happen today if there is a rain? After 2 days you will find the impact on the production, on the kind of the quality of these leafy vegetables and other vegetables also. So that means we have to plan in such a way that these plants or varieties which should resist these kind of the shocks. How do you do? So that is, you have to plan. So otherwise what is happening is round the year cultivation of the vegetables and sustaining the productivity of the vegetables. Not only round the year cultivation of the vegetables. So that is one big challenge for all of us because everybody is looking at us, particularly government policy makers. So you know what happened recently, inflation rate is very high because of the price rise in some of the agricultural products. And then floriculture is another sector. And when we were children, all these marigold we used to see and jasmine, some big trees. So nowadays every household has got this, what you call, the floriculture plants. And this is how we have to improve upon. And particularly fruits with the this corona effect, every house is having at least 3 to 4 types of the fruits. So earlier, whenever we used to go to our relatives, people used to ask, do you want to have a tea or not coffee in Telangana? Tea. Now everybody is just offering, you want juice or fruits. So like that, that is the change. The change you had to actually, we had to run behind that this one requirement, and that is the potential of the floriculture and medicinal and aromatic plants. And this has a lot of demand, particularly India and Indonesia is the major exporters, it seems, as far as these medicinal or aromatic plants are, if I am right. So there is a place for such kind of the crops. And nowadays again people are moving towards Ayurvedic kind of thing. All kinds of the pains, all kinds of the problems. So people are looking at these medicinal and aromatic plants, or maybe extracts and kind of thing. This is how you can increase the profitability of the farmers, even livestock. Everyone needs for every field operation, every machine learning and using remote sensing and GIS, because we have to quickly plant the crop if there is a shortage. So now technologies are there to get even 20 days, 30 days duration, you are going to get 100 crops. So like that, some microgreens kind of thing. So this is how you can think of these issues. I think the papers which we have actually we are going to present in coming 2 days have lot of push. Just prepare themes for the research. So that is one important thing that is lacking, particularly for the PG students. So what we are doing last moment, we are doing some problem and he is doing something and coming off. So let us create a kind of theme bank so that the theme bank will be sent to all the universities, maybe ICR to, I think, to take care of, and I don't want to go into the details and gene editing and kind of thing. I think with these few remarks, so your chapter, your actually themes are very good, and please try to equally distribute between the themes. So that is the most important, particularly participation part. You take 1 more day extra for your sightseeing, but don't miss the presentations. That's what we used to do. We used to have a lot of conferences. We used to keep 1 day extra for such kind of things. But please be present and spend and come out with fruitful recommendations, and which will go in a long way. And I declare this international conference open, and it is going to be a grand success. And I think that Geeta will do all possible things, particularly she is very much busy and she has taken a big challenge. That's not that small thing. And 23,000 students and just putting in a village. And we don't know how we keep 2 children in the US, how we feel. So 23,000 our children. So Children's Day, that too, most of our children are in the field, and that shows the courage and really leadership. So all of you are supporting her, and from last 2 days I could see. I think with these few remarks, I thank one and all, and one and all for inviting me on this function. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the valuable inaugural address.
Sir. Okay.
Thank you very much, madam. Horticultural College and Research Institute, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University.
Sir, ready paper?
Won the award of excellence in horticultural research.
Second different thing. Sir, ready? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Next, the Best Scientist Award for an outstanding research contribution in the field of horticulture goes to the
Okay.
Next, the Best Scientist Award for the
Okay.
Next,
Okay.
Next, the award of appreciation.
Okay.
Next, the award of appreciation for the diligent commitment and successful conduct of.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, sir. We now request our
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. வணிக ரீதியாக பரவலாக பயிரிடப்படாத காய்கறி பயிர்கள் சாகுபடி தொழில்நுட்பம் ஆதரவு பை டாக்டர் பி வேதமணி and டாக்டர் முரளிதர். பழங்கள் மற்றும் காய்கறிகளின் அறுவடைக்கு பிந்தைய மேலாண்மை மற்றும் மதிப்பு கூட்டல். The Dean Horticulture to present a memento to the Assistant Dean and Institute of Agriculture and Animal Sciences, Nepal.
Deeply honored and grateful for the opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks on this special occasion. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor. I would also to thank the Chief Guest, Dr. Dandara Reddy, Vice Chancellor, Telangana State Horticulture University, for your dedication to pioneering advancements as undoubtedly provided with invaluable perspectives and actionable knowledge. I would also thank our guest of honor. The commitment of advancing horticulture enriched our discussion. It's my honor to extend my special thanks to our Dean Horticulture and organizing chairman of the Futuristic Horticulture Conference, Dr. Vedamani, for your vision. For this conference has brought lot of experts from around the world. Dean Engineering, for your dedication to academic leadership and the development of future professionals in agriculture has been both inspiring and also motivating, sir. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Mr. R. Anand, Chief General Manager of NABARD, for financial support for conducting this conference, sir. As organizing secretary, I express my sincere thanks to all the university officers, heads of the departments, chairman and co-chairman, and rapporteurs, and chairman of the various committees, everyone for this occasion. I would like to thank all the persons who involved for successful conduct of the conference. As we conclude, let us carry forward the knowledge, network, and inspiration gathered here, applying these insights to our respective fields and nurturing to our respective fields and nurturing the seeds of the progress in horticulture. Thank you.